fuck is happening? Yo, please introduce the gang, B.
Yo, it's your boy, baby boy. You dig? It's my boy Flame from K1. It's my boy Mello. It's my nigga out there, Echo. It's my boy, motherfucking X. It's my man's out here for life. That's Mash Beats.
I got lean in my cup, and I'm smoking a blunt, and we all having fun. So tell me what you want. I got lean in my cup, and I'm smoking a blunt.
Pull up, pull up, pull up. Everybody pull up. Everybody pull up. Everybody pull up. Everybody pull up. Yeah.
Yo, can you please pull up to Europa?
To Europa.
Can you please
Don't say I didn't told you.
to Europa? Yeah. Can you please pull up to Europa?
To Europa.
Yeah.
We gon' party till it's over. Yeah. Pull up, hey, pull up, pull up.
No matter who you are, relevance and dominance in hip-hop are never certain. What seemed unshakable at one point might suddenly become hopeless, and for the genre's most cherished labels, things are even more unpredictable. Formed back in 2017, the Wrecking Crew seemed to be a dream come true made in heaven. After all, it empowered one of the greatest rappers in the industry to oversee its own artists and develop them from rising prospects into established superstars. We had Aries and Mash Beats standing tall as superstars, while Words, Flame and Benchmark were icons in the making. Elsewhere you had newcomers like X Global, Echo, Mello and Krish all staking their claim as ones to be watched, while other TWC members hopeful such as IMP The Don, Ghost Trap Bully and 1000 Degrees were also eager to demonstrate their worth to the masses. However, it's crucial to understand that not everyone possesses the skill set or charisma of Aries.
The rise of the Wrecking Crew.
This is how it all began. Back in 2015, J. Jody was out in Pretoria North with his younger brother Aries when Reese was getting his emoji tattoos at the Daddy Ink store. So it happened that as Reese was getting his tattoos, Zinga pulled up to the store, and at that time, he was famously known for his song Night and Day, which featured Questa and Kid X, and it was produced by Mash Beats.
No stress, I live above the law, take the summer off, still not the one to run up on that mistake you don't wanna make. Don't wanna make trouble with the...
So it happened that J. Jody knew of that song and who the producer was. He always had a wish of working with Mash Beats, so he didn't waste no time as he went to Zinga to ask for Mash's number. And that was when they had started chopping it up on the phone, where Jody would always tell Mash Beats about his little brother Aries. At that time, Reese only had 2 records out under PH Raw X and they were double cupped up.
Reese. And Lord knows, it's that time of the year, nigga cop another fresh new pair.
And Casper inspired single, Casper's Picture.
So quick, this shit is crazy, unbelievable, G. Could it be because Usaini Link at double HP? Could it be because his beat selection's dope and unique, or simply because he's working hard?
At that point in time, Benchmark had just signed a record agreement with Ambitiouz Entertainment on the dotted line. That was when Reese saw it as a blessing in disguise to follow his brother's footsteps and be in talks with Ambitiouz Entertainment regarding a record deal.
It's your boy, baby. It's your boy. Check me out. Oh! Alright, cool. Listen, man. I got a story I want to tell you. Check it out. Listen.
Then it got to a point where they reached an agreement. Then Reese was considered part of Ambitiouz Entertainment. And mind you, that was just a verbal agreement, as Aries never seemed to be of the same mind with the management by putting the deal on the dotted line. Then as soon as Aries arrived at Ambitiouz, it had started getting to the ears of the Ambitiouz management that Reese has a few records that he did before signing to them.
Those the perks of going through some shit a lot of times.
When they got to experience the greatness that was made there, they asked who the producer was, and it turned out that those beats that Mash Beats has been sending out to J. Jody were actually the ones that ended up making it to Reese's album Paradise. As soon as they knew that Mash Beats is the one who produced those songs, they found it interesting for Aries to work on an album. Reese released Couldn't in September 2015, featuring his ex-label mate MT as the lead single of his Paradise album, and it was produced by Wiz Beats.
I don't like rappers who say they got next when they been in the game for 10 years or so. Impressed by the fact that you fake niggas famous, you keep finding ways.
So after that, Khosi called up Ambitiouz to come and finish the album with Reese cause they had done 3 to 4 songs together.
Hello? Hello?
Mind you, Ambitiouz was in Limpopo at that time and boom, he received a call from the founder of Ambitiouz, Khosi. And he was telling him that he had the records Aries did on his beats and he wants him to come to Joburg so that they could go to Durban and that's where the album will be completed. Ambitiouz was all surprised because he only knew that J Jody was the one jumping onto those songs, but besides all that shock, he was still down to come to Joburg and complete what he started with Aries. This is all happening towards the end of 2015 and the beginning of 2016 by the way. Then Mesh comes to Joburg where he finally meets Aries. And they catch the same flight to Durban. That was the first time Reese and Mesh actually linked up in person after working together on the phone for some time. They got to Durban and met with superstars that were also signed under Ambitiouz at that time like Java, Saudi, Amanda Black, Fifi Cooper, Lunatic, and Ruff. They locked in studio right in Zimbabwe and made more songs together. They completed the album in no time. From then, Reese's relationship with Mesh Beats has been tight and solid, ensuring their chemistry of working together. That whole experience of making Paradise cemented Mesh Beats' name in the eyes of Ambitiouz, leading them to signing him as an in-house producer for a couple of months. Then Flame pops up in the picture where he met with Aries in February 2016 at DJ Spoo's charity event at Dries Niemand Park in Kempton Park. Advancing to a later stage in that very same year, he also signs to Ambitiouz Entertainment. On the other hand, X Global was doing his thing as a dancer alongside Echo as a duo and they called themselves Superstars. At that time, X and Echo didn't know about Benchmark, Aries or even Flame. When they transitioned to music, or rather I say rap, X Global would always make it a thing to go record songs at Zuchiko Dope's studio. Fast forward to when Benchmark had a gig at Top Floor Club in Pretoria. X Global made it a thing to attend that event and that's where he reached out to Benchmark just to introduce himself.
Chris Gardner. How are you? Good morning. Chris Gardner. Chris Gardner, pleasure. I've been sitting out there for the last half hour trying to come up with a story that would explain my being here dressed like this.
Benchmark made some moves under Ambitiouz Entertainment as they were featured on Washa by DJ City Lights.
Was about to go ham till I realize I'm godly, so I kill him softly.
Flame made an appearance on Ugesi by Miss Prue alongside MT, Java and Saudi. Benchmark and Aries again appeared on Ameni by Miss Prue alongside Java, Saudi and Fifi Cooper.
When I'm not around, your girl is with me if she not around. I wouldn't want you to see it though. I got famous off for 8 lines. Came back with
Reese on top of that appeared on Pumelela by Miss Prue.
hella focus. Wake up to a prayer every morning. They love is still a secret they won't show. You dealing with an error, not a moment, never.
That's by far what they achieved under Ambitiouz Entertainment, and I'd like to say they really made great moves as a unit, not forgetting that all that really helped them build their fan bases. Then back to Aries, boom, October 2016, Paradise drops and becomes a success. Reese becomes one of the big cats under Ambitiouz Entertainment. He also appears on Saudi's single There She Go, which also gave him the spotlight.
Queen of the weekend, she wherever the weed is. I mean, she out of your league, but she only 18 in the VIP creeping. Oh my God.
Fast forward to 2017, Aries, Fifi Cooper, Benchmark and Flame all decided in a club to withdraw from the label after a heated controversy due to the claim that they parted ways with the record label due to financial disagreements.
You need to leave!
It's like, yo, people out here saying Ambitiouz Entertainment forever and then leave the label and then try and blame us for all that. I was like, what? But I was in the same car with you and you were saying the exact same thing I was saying. I just did it.
Now this is where the artists were starting to face reality as they are now independent. Did they wish to turn back the hands of time? Did they now start to regret their decisions? Luckily, to their advantage, Benchmark had their own apartment in the west of Johannesburg, Melville. They decided to take in Aries alongside his personal DJ, Chris Houdini, Flame, and Mesh Beats. Right in 2017, Reese drops Loyal and Mal started addressing the whole of Ambitiouz deals with him, how they betrayed him and all that.
Contemplating on all my life choices. Think I got a gift of listening to all the right voices. Either the rich man nurtures your talent or he exploits it.
X-Global saw the internet buzzing with the news of this artist leaving Ambitiouz Entertainment and used that to his advantage, as he saw it necessary to feature Benchmark just for his exposure because he was also trying to blow up. So Benchmark charged X-Global for their feature, then they gave him Reese's verse too as a bonus. Zuchi sent the records to X-Global and he started working on them. After he was done with his part, he sent both records to Benchmark and told them one was for them and one was for Aries. Benchmark were starting to form their own crew, more of a record label, but it will just be them as homies only, just for them to move as a unit. Then they decided to come up with the name, The Wrecking Crew, and emphasized on the fact that they need more cats to make this thing work, combining forces from all angles. Whether it be someone working for the radio, someone working for TV as well, photographers and more artists. Then back to the X-Global features. A few days after he had sent the records to Benchmark, he drove alongside his friend Ghost Pipito, also known as Ghost the Catalyst, all the way to Melville, just so he can know how it's going with the records. So when he got there, Reese has just completed the record on his song with X-Global. As soon as X-Global knew that Reese was done with the record, he wanted to hit the PR team and the art cover guy so that the song can drop immediately. But Reese knew the impact that he had from Ambitiouz after dropping Paradise, so he was just like, nah, F that bro, my homie's gonna do the artwork now, then we're gonna drop the song. No need for the promotion team. Talk of greatness, that move was goated. Reese always believed in himself. So the art cover was done and X-Global went on to drop the song on the 17th of May, and it was titled So What, and it featured Aries and Zuchi Coke Dope.
So what? It's all mine. Roll up, pour up. So what? It's all mine. Roll up, pour up. So what? It's all mine.
I couldn't find anything regarding the song he did with Benchmark, but I think the song ended up not dropping just so the main focus can be on the So What record with Aries. The song really gave him exposure as it charted and also did well by reaching 450k plus views on YouTube. And that was when TK realized X-Global's potential in this music thing, so he decided to reach out to him and told him about the crew that they were planning to form, and that they needed more niggas to join. Prior to TK reaching out to X-Global, they had started building a relationship amongst themselves, spending more time together and definitely having conversations while hanging out together. Mind you, everyone was still staying where we know them to stay at. Sometimes the boys would go to X-Global's spot in Pretoria, and sometimes X-Global would go to their spot in Johannesburg, Melville. Then it didn't take more time till TK told X-Global about the crew and that X-Global should let his niggas Echo and Melo know about it as well. Then cool, the boys were cool with that idea and decided to join the crew. That was the moment for most of them. Their dreams seemed more valid and possible to reach as TWC was officially formed.
The Wrecking Crew is a movement. It's just a bunch of young boys representing the culture and where they from. You know, I'm talking K1, Limpopo, and Pretoria. So we just a movement making music and telling our story through it.
At that time, Reese has his career buzzing as he had just got off the label and had dropped Paradise as well, making him have so much experience as he just came off a label and off the road with MT. All Reese and Mesh Beats wanted to do was make music together as they saw the potential they had, but once the TWC chat came about, they were like, nah, F that, we'll just stick to the crew thing. Then fast forward from there, Aries and his brother J Jody have a misunderstanding which led to J Jody kicking Aries, Mesh Beats, Chris Houdini and Flame out.
Fuck.
All right, well. We were given an option to bring you in. Dead or alive. Choose.
This is all happening in 2017, by the way. Now tribulations were starting to kick in as the boys were left stranded with no place to stay. Then fortunately to their advantage, X-Global was a rich kid like that, and he had an apartment that his brother gave to him, and he comes to their rescue as he took them into his apartment in the east of Pretoria at Murrayfield after the boy himself hit him up for help. causing them to relocate all the way from Johannesburg to the east of Pretoria. When they got there, boom, there were no beds in that 3-bedroom apartment. So the boys had to buy beds for themselves, yet finances weren't on their side as they had not started making money as yet because they only have one record out, which was So What. So X Global actually came into their lives and joined the crew at the right time. Now it became congested in that 3-bedroom apartment as there was now Aries, X Global, Melo, Echo, Flame, Mesh Beats and Chris Houdini. The suburb was dominated by white people and X Global was the only black person who lived in that area. They would hang clothes on the balcony, and as we all know, all of those things are not allowed in many places, especially suburbs, because they are distractive. And it got to a point where the residents were fed up and decided to report X Global.
I have a petition here signed by over 300.
All that led to him being evicted from the suburb.
No! You come with all this attitude. Come on, bro. Boss man, you need to chill out. You need to chill out.
420 all day, every day. Yeah. That way. Yeah. It's all we do, it's all we know.